other governments in the European Union have been interested in what you're doing. Are there other applications beyond tourists at the border in summer that governments are looking at right now?
So I think in Europe, I should call it European Union. One of the reasons that it exists is the ability to travel freely between countries. And this has been a major challenge during COVID. It's testing the existence of EU, and it's a priority for the European Union right now. And as part of the effort to have common protocols across countries, we have discussed at the EU level with different governments, and the milestone so far is that the passenger locator form that we helped design, as I said in the beginning, that is adopted right now. It's being deployed throughout Europe, the same passenger locator form. Now, on top of this, there is a targeted testing component that our main contribution is, and we are still in discussions for that. The big challenge there is that, as I said, operationally, it's extremely tough. And you would be surprised that Greece is the first one to adopt it, given the stereotypes about Greece. And the other countries are very hesitant, but I think we will slowly go there. It just takes a huge commitment from the EU level to deploy this huge operation. They do understand the value, and we are pushing that this happens at the EU level. I don't have a more concrete update on that.
Okay, so that's really interesting. Now, this is kind of the political economy of Europe. One person who's listening in asked that question: did the EU support Greece, or was Greece doing an experiment that now the rest of the EU might adopt? It was a Greek experiment, right? There was no EU in this, as I understand it, in the beginning.
That's right. So let me clarify. I think the experiment was. Experiment can have a negative connotation in the sense that these techniques have been tested in many other applications. So the experiment was not that we didn't know what would happen or this would fail. We were sure that this would benefit compared to the benchmark of random testing. And the question is how much. So in that sense, it was an experiment, but it's not that we had no idea that whether this will work or not. We were sure that it would. And now on the EU supports part, financially, there is a huge support package for all the member states, from which many of these projects are being funded. We are not being funded. We didn't get anything for this. But there are all these developers, all these databases, Amazon Web Services that have to be paid. And all these, I believe, are coming from the European Union support package. In that sense, EU was there, but not in the design of the system.
Interesting. So, Vishal, no surprise somebody in LA asked about, hey, would this work in